Hello everyone and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Today we are taking a short flight out of Santa Monica over to Catalina. So it's going to be a quick VFR flight just for fun. I'm going to talk about some stuff on the channel and hope you are all having a good winter break. Other than that, that is pretty much all I have to say. Thank you for 12,000 subscribers and let's get straight into this one. All right, so we're going to be departing on runway 21 today. Which is pretty much just straight out over the ocean, exactly where we're wanting to go. I'm going to let Navgraph go ahead and route us out. So we're going to be taking out of Santa Monica, and it wants us to go over just over toward the coast before turning left. That will just get us outside of LAX's Class B, and then we go pretty much direct to Catalina. I don't think I'm going to be using, I don't even know if this plane has autopilot in it, but if it does, I'm not going to be using it. We're just going to go ahead and use default VFR type flying, and we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So that's pretty much that easy. I don't know exactly where we're going to be landing over here on Catalina yet. I don't know what the winds are or anything. Normally, if you're a real pilot, you would check that before, but we're just going to go ahead and wing it today. So let's head out to the runway and get ourselves started on today's flight. Say thank you to the ground people over here who I'll decapitate with the top of the wing, but that's all right. We're gonna take off down here on runway 21. It should be pretty easy. It's a beautiful day out, a little cloudy, so we may not have the best navigation and stuff, but we will see what happens, and hopefully we get out of here without that many problems. I'm hoping we can just get out of here pretty simply and easily. We're going to tune into tower 120.10, I think. And then we're going to go ahead and request VFR flight clearance.
Santa Monica Tower Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra at runway 21 ready for departure, departing straight out.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra
All right, we're cleared for takeoff.
Straight out departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 21.
Acknowledge our cleared for takeoff. We'll go ahead and get on the runway and then line up. And once we're confirmed lined up, we'll go ahead and get started. I like taxiing slowly. There's not that many planes out today, so we don't have to worry about it. All right, full power. Go ahead and minimize that for a moment so we can get our full view here. And we are off. All right, we are good. We'll pull back and we're off the ground. Very beautiful day out to be flying. LAX is off to our left over there. Over to the right, you'll see kind of West LA. It's a little bit behind us, but kind of toward the right as well. We are going to be heading toward the right momentarily. Once we get over the shore, you can't turn until you actually get over the shore. Part of the reasons for that is because residents in this area complain about the airplane noise all the time, which is the reason that Santa Monica Airport is shutting down. But one of the rules is that you can't turn until you get over the shore, and that allows the noise to be a little bit less for residents down below. So we are going to obey that today. We've hit 1,000 feet. So I'll go ahead and retract our remaining flaps for takeoff. We can go ahead and increase our airspeed. I'm going to keep takeoff power until we get to about 2,000 feet, and then I'll reduce it a little bit once we get over the shoreline. We got a little bit of wind. You can see we're kind of pushed a little bit over from where we were. There's Marina Del Rey to our left. LAX is just upon that in the fog. All right, we are going to be over the shoreline in just a moment. You can see Santa Monica right below us. Over to the right now, you can see Santa Monica Pier is coming into view somewhere over there. Otherwise, that is just downtown Santa Monica as well. Venice is right below us. All right, we are now over the shore, so we can go ahead and start our right-hand turn We're pretty much just going to get out of Class Bravo airspace. We're going about just up to kind of where that little point is, halfway, that green point, kind of exactly where our compass is right now. And then we're going to turn left and head straight up to Catalina. We got plenty of fuel today. We're going to probably cruise around 3,000 feet. I don't think we're going to get that high up. Maybe we'll go a little higher than 3,000 feet, but we're not gonna do anything that much. We've just hit 2,000, so I'll reduce power just slightly to be out of takeoff power range, and we don't need to keep increasing altitude so much. We go in and check our nav graph. We can see where we are currently. We are just to the right or left of where we are supposed to be, which is okay. We're still outside of Class Bravo. You can see there is an approach pattern 299 there for LAX that we're kind of going to intercept, but we don't have to worry about that because that will not be in use. They are landing on 25 right and 24 right on the other side. All right, we've been switched off from our frequency here, so we can go ahead and accept that. We are still increasing altitude. We're about 2,500 feet now. We'll go ahead and tune SoCal approach so they know what we're doing. If we request Class B airspace transition, that would be able to get us a little bit faster. Let's see if they accept that. I'd love if they accept that.
Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-Ray Golf Sierra SoCal approach. Squawk 7737.
Acknowledge our squawk code. Our speed is going down a little bit. I think we're just gonna hang around here for a moment. We're cleared through the Bravo. Awesome. We can go ahead and turn left then and start our direct approach toward Catalina. And they're gonna go ahead and maintain our Bravo contacts so they can see where we are. We've hit 3,000 feet, which is awesome. We're coming through the clouds here. I would like to get up a little bit further to just get over the clouds a little bit. So I'm going to increase back to our max power here just so we can get over that cloud a little bit faster. See there, we are fighting a little bit of wind here, pushing us outward. If we go ahead and check our nav graph, you can see we are now kind of doing a direct turn over toward our intercept. We'll probably intercept about halfway, so just over where LAX's line is. And I'm going to decrease our rate of climb at the moment just so we can maintain our speed. We are going a little bit slow.
American 1574 SoCal approach altimeter 29.9er, continue to fuel as planned.
So hopefully we can get through the Bravo quite quickly. It is very cloudy up here as well, but maybe it will clear up so we get some good views. Now, while we are maintaining our climb and heading out toward Catalina, I did just want to say thank you for letting us hit 12,000 subscribers. All of you are amazing. I know this video probably won't get that many views. Not a lot of you guys are flight sim fans, but that is okay. I've very much enjoyed working and creating videos over the last couple months, especially more than I used to. So I would like to thank everybody for all their support up there. You can see directly at our 12 o'clock, probably 30,000 feet, there is a plane up there. It's a little hard to see, but it's going through the clouds. It's a cool sight if you could spot that. I don't know if YouTube's resolution will pick that up, but still cool indeed. You can see now that we passed through the clouds, our airspeed is coming alive a lot more. We have a little less resistance, but we're going to go ahead and try to get to 5,000 feet, I've decided. It is VFR today, so it's kind of, we're on our own. I didn't fly a flight plan, obviously, so we're going to try to get to 5,000.
You are 16 miles east of Los Angeles. Contact Los Angeles Tower on 120.905 when inbound on the approach.
So, in terms of stuff coming up on the channel, I'm out of town when you are watching this video. This will probably come out at the end of December. I am currently in Los Angeles just having a vacation, and I'll return mid-January. So expect more videos mid-January. I know we're down to about one a week at this point, and I would like to apologize for that, but I am working to increase that for future months where I'm out of town. But I hope that we can continue working toward having a good balance between my real-life stuff, school, and videos on the channel. So thank you so much for all the support, though. It means a lot. I'm going to increase rate of climb here a little bit, which is going to take off our speed a bit, but I want to get over these clouds. I don't want to be really stuck in them here. We may need to go to 5,500. You can see we're just kind of scraping the outside of them, which is alright. Not the worst thing to happen in the world. But you can see our speed is decreasing a little bit due to our rate of climb, and I'll reduce it a little bit so we can continue our climb. We may need to go up further than I wanted to go. I should have checked all of the NOTAMs for today to see what our cloud cover was at, but we should be okay. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting descent down to Catalina, though. I've never actually flown to Catalina in this game. I attempted it the other night, but unfortunately, the game lagged out and crashed on my landing, so this will be the first time I've actually flown into this airport. A couple cool things about flight simulators and me. I started them when I was really little, and I did a lot of the training for an actual pilot's license in simulators, but it's just so expensive that I never was able to do any of the classes or anything. But it is on my wish list once I get out of college to get a private pilot's license, because I think it's really cool. I love flying. It's one of my favorite things to do. And it's really cool. You can see some boats down there, I think. I think they finally added boats. I don't know. That's hard to tell if it's a scratch on the glass or if it's a boat. I think it's a scratch on the glass. Yeah, I think it's a scratch on the glass. That's cool they modeled that at all, anyway. Alright, we're at 6,000 feet. We're going to level off here. I'm not going to go higher than 6,000. We're above the clouds now. I'll reduce from our max power again. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll get us up another 10 feet, but just make it exactly 6,000. There we go. Perfect. We're going to hold here at 6,000 feet. So yeah, I do have a commercial Part 107 license for drones, which I had to do all the airspace studying for and everything. So I am technically partially licensed in some of the stuff that you do as a pilot, but I would like to learn the rest of it at some point. It would be pretty cool. It would be pretty cool indeed. All right, so we are pretty much where I was expecting us to be at this point in the flight. We're still a good 20-30 minutes probably out, because this is where we would be if we went ahead and went direct to Catalina from our takeoffs. But since we turned over the ocean, we are taking a little bit of a longer route out there. It is a beautiful day out, though. This is live time and live traffic. So this is what it looks like exactly right now when I'm filming this video on December 5th, or 3rd. It's the 3rd today, it's not the 5th. I would be on a plane if it's the 5th. I'm leaving on the 5th, but, you know, always gotta love flying. Let me know down in the comments if you like flying. I know this is probably going to be a long video, and a lot of people probably won't want to comment, but if you make it this far, let me know where you like to fly. Where do you like to go? I think it's I'd like to do more of these games. I'd like to do more flights just on a common occurrence, because it's really fun for me, and I think it would maybe I could do a flight on like a 737 Max or something, and maybe you could learn how to use the systems and everything. I've done it for a while. I try to do this game once or twice a week. Just some flight somewhere. I normally stay California to the West Coast somewhere. But if I'm in a 737 Max, I don't mind doing a longer flight, like maybe Texas or Nevada. We can hear the approach controller over there. Disapproving everybody coming into LAX. We're still technically in the Bravo airspace, I believe. I don't have the airspace map up, but we're around. No one's going to be at our altitude. We would be notified about that. You can see there's a plane over there. You can see the red dot flying around. There we go. So we've been cleared from this frequency. We are outside of the Bravo airspace now.
127.2 Cessna X-ray Golf Sierra.
Go to SoCal approach, just so they can keep an eye on us.
Sierra, 6,100 feet.
Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra SoCal approach altimeter 29.9 to continue as planned.
Alright. We're on our own now. ATC is going to monitor us, but overall, we have no one in our airspace. We are all good. We are just hanging out up here now. We're making some good time. Our airspeed's good. We're above the clouds, so we're not going to deal with that many issues at this point. We're pretty much direct over there. You can see I'm kind of taking a wider approach compared to that green line, and that's because we're not taking a direct approach. We're going to come in over the water. At least that's the planned approach for landing today, especially since we took off of 2-1 right, or 2-1, I guess there's no right on Santa Monica. Especially since we're landing there. The winds aren't going to be that different out here unless the ATC, when we get there, says something different. But theoretically, we should be coming in over the water for landing, which will be a nice landing. There are two approaches for Catalina. There is V21, which is probably going to be the one we're going to use. So you can see we'll intercept V21 on landing, and that should be the one we're going to use. So they have runway 4 and runway 22. We're not close enough so I could view which runway that is, and I didn't happen to pull it up beforehand, which I probably should have done. But I will pull that up on my phone real quick so we know where we're going to land. The Catalina Airport is KAVX, which is a cool designation. It's a cool designation for sure. All right, we will be coming in on 2-2. So that will be our landing approach today. So we're gonna do arrival. So we'll just do runway 22 for an approach. There we go. And our arrivals is not gonna autofill, unfortunately. We can try to... I don't think it's gonna let us set the approach, unfortunately. But we're gonna just use that V21 there to go ahead and get us where we need to be. So we are at still holding around 6,000 feet. We went down a little bit while I was on my phone because I wasn't paying attention, but we are kind of exactly where we need to be. I can increase back up to 6,000 just so we do. You can see over to the right over there, just this edge of, God, what? I don't know the name of that neighborhood. I go there to drive and look at the coast and everything a lot, but it's over to the left-hand side, and it's a cool place. I filmed the video there once, but it never got published, which is unfortunate. I don't really want to know the name of that place. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just rambling anyway. Just rambling anyway. We are making good time, though. We're going to be coming into our approach very soon. We're going to probably turn left and descend a little bit once we get a little closer. We'll start descent in a minute, actually. We'll go ahead and trim back our power, and we'll start a little bit of descent. We'll go down to like 4,000 feet. Because we will be coming in over to Catalina in a moment. The nice quiet, not idle engine, but just an engine because we're descending. We're not going to need as much power as we originally did, because our airspeed's going to stay alive by just drifting down. Still a beautiful flight out. I'll give you an outside view real quick. Very beautiful looking flight. Can't see Catalina yet. It's coming up, kind of through the clouds. Just up ahead through the clouds. I've been to Catalina twice, but I always taken the boat out there. I've never flown out there. but I don't have a plane to fly out there. So, and there's not I don't think there's commercial planes that fly out there. The runway is way too small for that. Way too small for that. All right, let's tune in Catalina field traffic. So this is a non-controlled landing. So we're going to be running 2-2 today. We're going to announce a full stop landing. We're going to announce our position. We are not on
Alpha
final.
Victor X-ray, traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra, 16 miles north, 4,600 feet, inbound to land runway 22.
So what we're doing here is we're announcing that we're going to land. Other pilots monitoring the frequency who are going to the airport will announce their position. So you can see if you have any issues with traffic, since there is no controller on the airport. So pilots rely on each other to see who's coming and what's going on. We're almost at 4,000 feet. We'll continue our descent here. I have no problem descending maybe 2,000 feet before we enter final. Keep it simple. Can tune automated weather real quick.
Kilo Alpha Victor X-ray, automated weather observation 1700 Zulu. Wind 258 at 5. Visibility 9er. Sky condition 1,700 feet, scattered 4,800 feet, scattered 16,700 feet, scattered. Temperature 15 C, dew point 13 C, altimeter 299er 2.
All right, perfect. So what that means is we're going to have clouds till about 1,300 feet. So it's going to be a little bit of a cloudy descent today. We're passing through the next layer of clouds here at 4,800. So once we get down past that layer, we should be all right. This is why instrument flying is important to learn, because during cloudy days, you have to rely on your instruments in front of you to know what is going on. Why it's very important. We're at 3,000 feet now, and we're still descending, so we still are going to have clouds through about 1,300 feet. It's all right. I believe we're about 12 miles out now. Okay, we're kind of breaking through the clouds here. About almost 1,200 feet. Or 2,000 feet. Okay, we can see a boat directly in front of us, and there's Catalina. You see it over there. So we'll be turning final any moment now. We'll do flaps 5. Slow us down a little bit. Maybe wondering why I'm giving it power. Well, the reason I'm giving it power is because flaps cause you to increase your altitude, even though it's slowing you down. So I'm giving it power to continue us, pushing us straight down. But that's not a problem because we are still descending altitude. We're about 2,000 feet now. We're going to go ahead and turn on to final now. Just straight over the boats, really. So we'll announce we're going to be on final.
Alpha Victor X-ray traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is on final runway 22 to land.
As long as we don't hear any reports that there is a problem or anything, we will be good to go. Go ahead and cut back on our engine power a little bit now. And I'm going to hold us at about 1,000 feet. So we'll decrease our rate of descent to about very minimal. We're still a little while out. So now that ATC has been aware, I'm going to close that out so we can see the rest of the screen. Make it a little bit easier for landing. And we are approaching Catalina. I'm gonna decrease our rate of climb to be stable. We're gonna hold right around this altitude. Keep it very easy. May need to actually increase altitude a little bit because remember, Catalina is on the runway is on the top of the mountain, so maybe a little bit too low. Actually, we may have descended a little bit too much. Okay, so the airport is at 1,600, so we're going to increase altitude. Give it power. We're going to go ahead and increase altitude to the altitude of the runway. I probably should have checked that before I came in for final. That is all right. So 1,600 is our runway altitude. We'll go ahead and climb up to that. Maybe a little bit more to the left as well. See, I'm not a perfect pilot. I make mistakes all the time. All right. It's okay, though. Turn a little bit more to the left. Get us directly on that approach pattern. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see the runway straight off our nose there. Just about our 2 o'clock. Go ahead and minimize this. We no longer need our nav graph open. Kind of see the runway. It's a little hard to see if you can see my mouse. It's just around here, I believe, or maybe over here. We'll see. One of the two. Okay, so we are still a little low, so we're going to keep increasing altitude at this time. This is the altitude right here that we'll be touching down on. You can see the airport lights over to the left-hand corner there. So we're going to just go ahead and finish our approach over to the runway. We're going to adjust and come more right. You can see our runway lights are in sight, so we're going to go ahead and close out of here. I'm going to go ahead and put flaps 10. What this is going to do is this is just going to boost our altitude a little bit faster while maintaining our speed a little bit at near where we need it to be. We have runway in sight, so in real life, if you were flying anything bigger than this is where you would put the landing gear down, but this is a fixed wing aircraft, so we do not have any landing gear that we need to put down, so we are set for that. Got a nice shot of us coming in to landing over here at Catalina. Alright, so our speed is about 80 knots, which is where we want it for this, and our altitude is about 2,100, which is perfect for where we're going. We'll slowly descend as we come in to the runway. We are approaching a cloud layer. Remember, it was at 1,300 was the bottom of it, so this is going to be a little bit of a cloudy approach, and that's alright. You can deal with it. It's going to be a little windy, too. You can see we're being bounced around a little bit. That's just part of being in a Cessna. It's not like a 737 where you actually like cut through there. This one you get bounced around quite a lot, and that's alright. We're not going to worry about it. Alright, runway in sight. Very clear. Clear as day, actually. Clouds seem to clear up right as we're coming in for an approach here. We'll go flap 15. See, our speed's going to start cutting down again, which is alright. See there, very beautiful sight coming in over Catalina. We'll go ahead and start our descent a little bit more, as now that we are here, we're just about 2,000 feet. We're going to cut speed down to about 70 knots will be my end goal. We are at full flaps now. I'll deploy speed brakes real quick. I don't know if we have them on this plane. We do not. Well, no speed brakes, so I guess I'm going to have to do this all based on our throttle power. So we'll go ahead and cut back on the throttle. We don't have to worry about it. About 80 knots is fine. Runway in sight. We are not centered on it at the moment, so we're going to go ahead and recenter up here, which is all right. Remember, we were coming in on a heading of 2-1, where the runway is heading 2-2. So I'm going to cut left a little bit, cut under those clouds, and then cut right to line up for the final. We took a very long final for today's landing, but that's all right. All right, runway in sight. Go ahead and hold on this altitude for a moment. We'll cut to the left a little bit more and then cut right. We'll start cutting right now. Our speed is looking good. Remember, these mountains can cause a little bit of wind on approaches, so you just got to be careful about that and have enough time to react if needed. All right, runway in sight. Going hands on to full control now to reduce our speed to landing. Gonna cut down our speed a little bit, kind of go half power, really start reducing our airspeed. Stall speed for full flaps is at 40 knots, so as long as you're slower or faster than that, you're not going to stall out of the sky, but you don't want to be too slow because then you don't have enough airspeed to gain altitude if it becomes necessary. So we're here on final approach. We clearly see the runway now. We have a little bit of wind pushing us. You can see we're kind of flying a little bit sideways, which is fine. We have a little bit of crosswind, but it's nothing that this plane can't handle. You see we're hitting some turbulence over the mountains there, but that's to be expected given the wind shifts when it hits the mountain. Give it a little power here at the end, just in case we hit any wind right at the end and we need to go around. Just safety reasons. Go to idle. Flare a little bit. We're down. Welcome to Catalina. Give it a little brakes, but we should be able to take this first taxiway. Flaps reset to normal. Welcome to Catalina, everybody. We'll go clear runway here. We'll go park. Clear runway, what that means is he's got to get past the whole plane past that line right there. And once the tail's past that line, we can report clear runway.
Kilo Alpha Victor X-ray traffic Cessna Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is clear of the runway.
All right. Welcome to Catalina, everybody. We'll go ahead and just park over here near the restaurant area. That was a very nice flight. Very nice Cessna Skyhawk as we roll into our parking over here. Apparently we even have a parking guy out here waiting for us. That's impressive. I don't know why they brought this guy out here. The game loves to cause problems when you don't need them. This is not necessary for a plane of this size, but we'll use him anyway. Why not? Hi, sir. You're not going to move because this is not a passenger plane. All right. Welcome to Catalina. Very beautiful airport today. We'll just cut our fuel. Don't have to worry about it. Very nice. Engine stopped. Clear out of ATC. Our nav graph shows we have arrived. Very nice flight. Close out of that. Thank you so much for watching today's video, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed our little bit of a short flight from Santa Monica to Catalina. It was fun for me to just sit back, talk, and relax for a little bit. 33-minute flight time, which is very cool. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Hopefully you did enjoy, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.